The first thing we're going to look at is the time bundle, and this has been available for Contact for a few years, but just this week they've released it for the Sine player. And Sine player is Orchestral Tools' in-house player. A lot of developers are going that way. Being able to build your own in-house player gives you a lot of flexibility. It allows you to try things that you might not be able to do in Contact. So that is what they've moved this over to. If you have the Contact version of these libraries, the time series, there is a small fee that you can pay to actually get the Sine bundle of these. So you can have the Contact version and the Sine version. Just a quick overview. Time Macro is a big symphonic orchestra, and Micro is more of a chamber size. And I always suggest you go through and watch the videos and get familiar with it and learn the background of these things, because it makes all the difference in the world. So here we go. Here we go. Now you can see I've got the Sine player already open here, and I'm going to start with just some of the sections, and then we'll move into some of the chrono structures. I love the way that they've given us the choice to have the individual sections broke out. So in Time Macro, you've got high strings, mid, lows, high woodwinds, lows and double reeds, brass, harp and vibes, and female and male choir. And they've given you individually, and then they've combined them. So I've just loaded up the combined string section here. That gives us all these articulations. So let's just get going. And I love how Orchestral Tools handles transitions, and especially with me, I love playing ensembles. And so playing those chords to get ideas laid down quickly. And then the mod wheel will adjust that dynamic range. We'll push it up. And it gets big. This is all the way up. We'll back it down. Now this is the full ensemble, full string ensemble, and this is the soltesto. And let's go to the sol point. And that's more close to the bridge. It gets a little nasally, a little harsher. And you hear the big string section. I think there are 20 players, or I think 20 violins at least in this, in Macro. And the mixer, you have the mix of the two mics. You have a spot mic and the tree. Let's just turn on the spot mic and listen to that. Listen to that. So the spot mics make it real close and up front, and let's just solo the tree mic. And there you go. You hear that stereo image just spread out. And this was recorded on the Teldex stage. Yeah, you hear those strings just surrounding you there. Okay, let's keep going. And then if you've got any questions, please leave them in the chat. And man, always give us one of those. That always helps. So this is the Legno Tratto. Oh, listen to that. And this is just the ensembles. Let me see if I've got my, yeah, on this second slider, I've got my mod wheel, so I can just hold down this left hand a little bit. Yeah, it is. BF. I think this seems like it has a bigger loud range. So let me just see if we can do that with. Let's just go back to the sustains. Just go back to the sustained soltasto, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go soft, and then we'll go loud, just to hear that dynamic layer here. So let me take it all the way down, and I'm just gonna hold this. That's the soft. Now I'm gonna push up the mod wheel, and let's go through the dynamic layers here. Yeah, so I think I'm hearing maybe three, but they're really pronounced. It's like they're a little more aggressive, the louds. Yeah, it's not very soft. Especially the soltasto is not very soft. But I love the Legno, and that's where it gets a little more. That gets a little more, I guess, covered or more a little darker. And again, this is the full macro, so it's the symphonic size, so the larger strings. It's very big sounding. Let's just run through the tremolos. Let's see, let's do it up high. Very slow. I love the stereo field that I'm hearing. I like the sound that I'm hearing. You've got sustains, swells, random, so they're going to be, the string sections are going to be coming in at different times. So different players are swelling and doing that differently, so you get this interplay with that. That's really cool. And then sustained tremolo burst. So they're sustaining and then doing a tremolo every once in a while. Very cool. And fifth drops. We're just gonna see what happens. Some movement in there. Okay, and then pendulum echo swells. Ooh, that would be cool. And you hear it just going and moving. Okay, so let's go back to the library browser and pull up the Woodwinds, and we'll just hit these. I'm going to drag this whole section over. I'm going to replace that first slot, and this is the Woodwind slot. Yeah. So I'm hearing a little latency, like when I hit the key and the players kind of come in a little bit. So it's like, now let's check the dynamics with these. Really nice and full. This is staccato stutter. So there's, okay, so like, just listen, they're kind of playing a little rhythmic thing, and then Yeah, really cool. And then the same types of articulations, just irregular plane, just interplane. And the fifth drops. It's all about this. This is all about having the instruments kind of play inside of each other, and it's just really interesting to experience that. Okay, so mixed choir. Let's check some of the choir out. So. Let's start soft. And go big, build it, build it. Okay, you see what happened? I ran out of notes. And this is another cool feature. I'm going to just extend that range down so I can catch that D. And I know you got to watch stretching it too far, but and I accidentally hit the articulation. And that's another cool thing. You can just drag it down and you can relocate those articulation switches. And I think that is a fabulous, so let me find out where this is. Yeah, there's that note. So I'm going to drag it up to this note here. Yeah. So that is so great to be able to drag that. Yeah, I'm glad they put that in there, BF. It's just like just to get that little extra note when you need it. I'm going to just do it again on the zzz. That's really interesting. And then we've got some nanas, just to... like a little Eric Whitacre-esque. Hey, David, I agree. It does. It doesn't sound wonky, even when you stretch it. The voices sound really good. I like those. So let's check out a couple more. These are the ooh bends. So they're just kind of like ooh, going off a little bit. Really cool. And let's just check out the minor drops. It's those little subtleties, those little subtle movements in there. Now let's just check out the brass. Let's go soft with the brass. Listen to that. Let's build it up. I'm getting in trouble with the key switches again. So yeah, because I'm always wanting to reach down there. So let's just get those out of the way. That is beautiful. And let's check out the mutes. Oh, wow. We've got some mutes. and little staccatos. Yeah, that is cool. And some random swells in the brass. I love having these individually, so that way you can just pick and pull your own combinations together. Pendulum swells. Yeah, there's just so much in here. And we've got harps and vibes. And then you've got the female and male choir separated as well. Let's go into the chrono structures, and it is all the sections. They are interplaying and doing different things. And as you push the mod wheel up, you're pushing the dynamics. So more sections come in. And let's just check this out. This is fifth drops, sustains. You hear all that beautiful stuff going on. It's great for just laying a good foundation and nice. Now I'm going to push the mod wheel up a little bit. You hear it get more. Wow. So it builds a dynamic. It takes you somewhere. So you start here, and then you end up here. Harmonies and things going on. Just hearing everything kind of playing together, and that's wild. That's wild. And flowing fifth. Okay, yeah, this is another one. These are really special. And I'm gonna start soft here. Because they're all in the same room together, you get that cohesiveness of that orchestra section. How full and rich this is. Now this is just the song. Let's just see, I get lost in it. Now, I don't want to stretch here, so I'm glad I've got CC1 right here. So I'm going to take it down and let's take a ride. It's the complex harmonies that really let's take it back down. You see that? Just one patch, and you can go all these different places with just this one. Go back up again. That is, I mean, it's incredible. Oh man, that's what gets me. That's what gets me so excited. Oh, you feel that just that energy and just rise like that. Wow, that just puts you right there. It just puts you right there. Yeah. See, I mean, yeah. It's because you have all of these players. They're playing together. It's a synergy. It's just this dynamic that happens. It's just so dynamic. Yeah, we got to move on, but you know, that's just, yeah, I don't know. That is just, it's fabulous. I mean, so let's see if we can go to HYMNUS. Yeah, now this has some of the voices in there. Let's just kind of get a refresh. I need some coffee beans or something to kind of. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we were okay, so Dancing Queen was coming out. We were watching some reruns of Even Stevens, and it's like, that's all. When I heard that A flat, Friday nights and the lights down low. Man, you start low, and man, you can just go. And see, what makes this is the dynamics of it. Now, I'm gonna bring it down. Now let's go up, let's do it. Down again. It's beautiful. Okay, let's check out a couple more of these. Just the symphonic, the bigness of it, and the dynamic of it is what is really. I'm going to just go ahead and stretch this up a little bit while I'm at it. Because I don't know. Okay. Nice woodwinds. Let's push it up and see what happens. Yes, Robert. This is just Sine by itself. This is no additional effects. It's the stage and the mics and positioning and the players. This is great. Yeah, and I never add anything, any effects or anything to the libraries, or unless I specifically tell you that I'm doing an experiment with something. I want you to hear it just as it comes out. And with the Sine player not having built-in effects, you're hearing the recorded sound of the microphone positions and the Teldex recording studio, which has just its own personality, just like we're going to find with the Synchron player. It's really neat. It's neat. It's neato. Now I'm just going to hold down and let's just ride the through the layers. So it starts with the woodwinds, and then it adds a little more woodwind layer, and then you push it on, and then the brass comes in, kind of playing a different interval. But it works. It's like, okay, so think about this. Think about this. Okay, I can show you. So this to me is what I'm just thinking about. This is like a Hammond drawbar controller. What makes the Hammond so cool is that you have like all of these different harmonics, and some you have like they're weird. They're like fourths or thirds, but when you combine them together, the harmonics kind of blend and match. And so when I'm playing these orchestral things and the brass is doing like a crazy interval and playing like a fifth above or a fourth, something happens. Just like with this, with the Hammond, when you blend those harmonics, you get different textures, and it blurs the line with what you're hearing. And that's what this is kind of embodying. Yeah, the D9X controller is great. I love using that with the Hammonds, but that's the only thing that I really just thought about. So here, you just have the pure tone, and then as you push it in and add more of the sections in, see, dun dun. See, it's adding that fifth above, and then you keep going. Da 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 da. And you gotta be careful, you know, not to make it too muddy. But when you hit the sweet spot, it is great. Let's just check out a couple of more of these Arctic, and then we're going to go to micro. Now this is Arctic sustains. So this has got more of the brass. But there's movement there. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's not static. Now let's push it. I got to get my A here. I'm going to drag it down and grab that A. just beautiful. Wow. Oh, man. You got to take a breath after that. I love being able to share these beautiful moments with all of you. We got to do one more. Let's go to the clouds. Okay, it's harps. And again, movement. Just little subtleties and movement. Now let's go up. Little vocals in there. Isn't that wild? That is so wild. Okay, it is wild. Okay, so that's just the time orchestra. Now the alter time is a similar thing, but they're going. It's almost like the Tenant thing, where you've got parts moving forward into time and parts in retrograde and moving backwards. Let's just pull up chrono reversed. This is the alter time chrono reversed patch, and always I want to try to start at the lowest. So everything is kind of going at their own, like dulcimers and different. Just little randomness. Very cool. Okay, let's just keep going. Decelerated time. And wow. Yeah, you hear a little bit of the harp. Every patch is its own score, just its own score waiting to happen. Okay, let's just go down some. Oh, paradox texture. Let's just try that. You good to see you. Yes, you can. You can adjust the different the switch modes, and I'm learning how to do that some more, that you can assign it to different CCs, and you actually have different, you can set up different cross-fading type of things between patches and articulations. Options. Oh, there we go. There we go. So right here, right here, we can, yeah, it gives us all kinds of control here. It exposes all of the different controls here, the articulations, and we can actually adjust the dynamics curve and just kind of, well, you can't see that on the screen because of the way OBS. Yeah, so, but you have full control over all the mappings of everything, and I think that is great. And it's really my pleasure for sure. This is the Paradox texture. Yeah, here's the male vocals in there. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down. Simple notes here. Let's bring it up. Okay. Things are moving forward and backward in time with these, with this particular set, with the altered time. Let's just check out, oh man, time layers. I mean, it's just like falling down a rabbit hole. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna pull that modulation wheel down. And I know I'm probably gonna wanna go higher and lower, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give me some extra notes here. Now let's push up the CC1. Listen to all that movement. That's wild.